Anybody there? All right, my friends. Hi, it's Christian. And I am, being really honest, I am wild with this super moon. I'm wild with the super moon and tarot. Okay, so I'm gonna jump right in because I've got some really wild energy going on around me. I don't know if you all are feeling it as well, but the energy is wild. So who's on with me? I see Janine. Hi, Janine. Hi, Annie. Hi, Yvonne. Hey, Bree. Hey, Rana. Okay, we've got a lively crowd. And I want to actually just tune in and say a few things that are coming in very strongly. With this 9-year, we're in 2016 and this is a 9-year. Hey, and please let me know if the sound quality is not good, right? If you can't hear me, let me know, okay? But this 9 years is really powerful. I know that some of you all are feeling it because you all have been talking to me about it, and I know that you're really having a lot of fun with all the transformational energy that's happening right now. Today, or like for the last couple of days, I've not been having fun with it. Let me tell you, I've been grief-stricken these last couple of days, and it's been really challenging. So I've got this big smile on my face because I feel like I'm a multi-dimensional person. I run the full spectrum of emotions, so I'm sometimes happy and sometimes I'm blue, and everything in between, And when I'm blue, it still makes me smile because I still feel alive, right? I feel like I am source energy having the experience of being really, really blue right now. I'm glum. Oh, I was crying so much today. Oh my God, I was crying, tears, weeping. Oh, it was all wet on my chest. Ooh, my little heart was breaking, like, oh my gosh. So, the thing is, so we have the super moon. I keep getting conflicting times on the moon. Some people have said that it was last night. Some people say that it's tonight. I have a feeling that it's probably already passed this morning, but I'm not really sure. Either way, we're still in the energy of the full supermoon in Aries. So I want to just talk to you a little bit about that and how you can best take advantage of that wonderful energy of the full moon in Aries. So if you are an Aries or a Libra, this is a particularly interesting aspect for you because the Aries represents our personality. It's our ambition. It's our drive. It's our energy. It's physical vitality. It's vibrancy. It's youthful energy. It's life. It's Aries. It's also glamour and beauty, and it's also war-making abilities and analytical abilities. It's super, super masculine and super, super sexy, right? So Aries is naturally ruled by Mars. So the thing is, Aries, being so masculine, being so high energy, is not really all about stillness. That is not the Aries way. Aries is not, I'm going to just sit here and allow for the world to unfold around me. Aries is very much about the world is unfolding. Let me go turn the page. let me go drive this page turning here. That's Aries for you. Male, female, that's the Aries. So what happens when we have this glorious full moon energy rising? Now the full moon is Cancer, right? Very sensual, very feminine, very sexy, and super sensual, right? So what happens when we have this very masterful masculine energy, or this masculine platform that's being invaded by sensitivity, emotion, sensuality, and the inner world? So Aries is very outer world. The moon is very inner world, very feminine, very sensual, very allowing, right? So we have two totally different feelings going on here. Well, what happens though is it's a great thing. It's a great combination because the Aries, hard, war-making, very analytical, straightforward, very mind-oriented, and very much about getting what they want by taking action, actually gets very beautifully tempered by the sensuality and the intuition of the lunar goddess, of the full moon. So the Aries gets soft and contemplative, and it also gets, but the moon helps to guide the Aries to more of their feeling nature. So maybe the Aries does slow down a little bit. Maybe the Aries, instead of using their great sharp minds, Aries also has a fantastic intuition. Their intuition, though, for them gets played out through their minds. They don't necessarily recognize themselves as being super intuitive, or rather, actually that's not true. I think most Aries women know that they're super intuitive. I think other people perceive Aries women as not being so intuitive, but being much more analytical. But actually that Aries mind is really at a perfect union for really feeling their way through and having great insights, great perceptions, and being able to see the outcomes of things before they happen. So Aries, with this full moon, becomes even more intuitive. Their intuition becomes amplified. Their ability to succeed and perform things becomes amplified. So we definitely want to take advantage of getting things done while we have this super moon in Aries. Now is a great time to start doing those things you've been procrastinating about for the last however long it's been. However long it's been. If you've got something on your list that you've been procrastinating about, now is the time to do it. So I want to that's what I'm going to leave you with. This is not an astrological forecast for the week, but I also didn't want to go past this beautiful aspect with the moon. I'm shuffling cards, by the way, if you're hearing some noise. I didn't want to pass up, I didn't want to not pass on the information about the moon, just in case, I know a lot of you all like to follow the moon and like to know what those aspects are. So that's what you would want to work on for this particular full moon in Aries. Really using your intuition, but doing. You're going to be combining your intuitive feeling nature, your allowing nature with your doing nature. So it's going to be 50-50 balance. If you're really smart, that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to think about what it is you want, visualize, feel it in your body, then you're going to go forward and take action on it. So you can be writing goals this week and taking action on them. Doesn't have to be big action, take little action on them, okay? For me, the big thing that I have to get done now is my Bonjour Paris retreat that happens in December. So for me, I've got a list of things that I want to get accomplished, a list of goals, and then I'm going to take them one at a time and make an action plan for each one, and I'm going to do at least one thing for each one of my steps. All right? Excellent, friends. So I've got the tarot cards in hand, and I'm going to see who's here with me. I've got Miss Bree. I've got, did I say hi to you already? I probably did. Mona, Sheila, Yvonne, Bree, Jen, hello. Tamara. Okay, Rana, yes, I see you. Yeah, the energy is off the chart. Hey, Lily Moon. All right, my friends. Hey, Penny. And there's Heron. And Miss Lisa. Hi there, darling. My goodness, what a lovely crowd. Thank you all so much for joining me here and lending your energy to this blessed day. Now, friends, I'm going to pull 4 cards right now. I'm taking 4 cards out of this deck right now. And the 4 cards, let's see, we're going to lay them out. We're going to do a reading for money, health, career, and romance. Okay, that's going to be the energetics for this week, this Sunday through Saturday. These are the 4 areas. Now, so I'm going to lay the cards out, and if you have a question in the category that I'm reading, then you need to chime in with your question on the news feed. These readings, last time I was here for 2 hours, over 2 hours we sat here. That was a little bit long. I was tired after that, and then the thing is, it was late at night for me. I couldn't sleep after it. So what I want to do is for us to do it in a little bit more of an organized fashion so I can get your readings done and get the forecast done all at the same time and get done quickly, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tune in. I'm going to take 4 cards for those 4 categories, or 1 card for each category, and then I'm going to read the card, and then I'm going to read for whoever wants me to talk to them specifically from that category. Once the category is done, I'm not going to go back to it unless, of course, Spirit calls me back, then I'll go back. But I'm not going to do a bunch of back and forth stuff. So make sure you're listening, because this card reading is a general reading that is brought to us by our higher selves. So if you are on this call, it means that you're in alignment with the consciousness that's being brought in right now. It's that simple. So if you're here, this message is for you. If you find that I'm irritating you, then it means this message is not for you. Or it means that you need to do some shadow work and get yourself clear so that you can get in vibrational alignment with what we got going on here. All right? So the first card, let's see, I'm going to get real quiet for a moment here so that I can see how Spirit wants to come through. Let's see. Romance is coming first. Romance is going to be our first card. Okay, so I'm got, all out romance is there. And we're looking at money. Next, wealth, money, currency, our energy exchange, and abundance. That's here. This is our second card. So we have romance, money, and then our third card is going to be for career. And this is our career. And then our fourth card is going to be for health. And with health, I mean anything that is the physical body extension of health, beauty, the physical self, the spiritual self extended into form. Okay? All right, my friends, I have those 4 cards pulled, and I'm going to just jot it down so that I can be really good and focused and not worried. So we got romance, money, career, and health. All right, first reading. So if you have a question about romance or relationship, then you can go ahead and type your message, your question into the comment section, and I'll read for you after I've read for our group, okay? So our group reading for romance. I'm bringing forth. I'm feeling a sense of an opening heart, a blossoming heart that's coming out of wounding. That's what I'm recognizing. There's a blossoming heart that is coming out of wounding, and it's feeling alive and vibrant. It's coming forth. And look at the card we got. We got the moon card. How lovely. Our very first card out the gate is the moon. And we were just talking about the super moon. Yay. So this moon, if you are in a place where you can be still right now, let's just have you imagine that this beautiful full moon is rising in your heart. So the moon, I will never forget, there was a Swami. I was studying astrology in India with a real live Swami. And he said to me, Crystalline, everybody loves to gaze at the moon. She's beautiful. And then of course he said to me, you're not the moon. He says, but the moon loves you. And I'm like, hey, thanks, Swamiji. That was a really rough time in my life. Anytime your Swami says to you, the moon is beautiful, but you are not the moon, you know that that's a hard time. But that's all right, because I am loved by the moon, and I do love gazing at the moon. So rule for tonight, everyone should go out and gaze at the moon and bask in her beautiful energy. So let's imagine that the moon is rising in our hearts. So the energy that came in before I turned the card over was this idea of a broken heart actually blossoming into something, whatever it's going to blossom into. The moon, if you keep in mind, is a blossoming silver flower in the sky. The moon at times is a new moon where it's very empty and it's just a sliver in the sky. And then over the month it blossoms into fullness, and that's where we are right now. We blossomed with our intuition. So as I said before we started the reading, the full moon is blossoming in Aries, and the moon is about intuition, femininity, sensuality, and inner knowing. So as that moon is shining on our personalities, Aries represents personalities, this is a card reading for love. It's also blossoming in our hearts. So this is a very, very good week to take your sensual, intuitive nature, your feeling nature, and to focus that energy on yourself. Focus that feeling your sensuality in your body. So this is a wonderful, wonderful time to take baths. This is a wonderful time to take long walks, to be barefoot, to put your feet on the grass. If you can get your feet on some grass, that would be really, really great. To spend some time in nature. Nature sparks your instinctive nature. Nature sparks your sensuality and your connection to everything. So spending time with nature right now is a really valuable exercise. And your romantic nature is heightened by those physical pleasures that make you more sensual, that bring out the feminine. And this is for guys as well as girls. So your favorite music, turning off the television, by the way, turning off the television, turning off the news. I know it's hard right now, right? It's so hard with all the elections that are going on, but turning that shit off for a minute, spending some time with your sensual, sexual, beautiful self, a lot of good self-care, giving yourself a facial, taking care of your skin, body scrub, like I said, a bath, sensual oils, things that smell good, that stimulate your senses. That's what you want to spend time doing on this particular moon. So what that's going to do is activate the lover that exists within you. So we all have two beings inside of us. We have our masculine side and we have our feminine side. So with the moon coming up in romance, it's saying that you want to access your romantic partner, whether you have one or not. You start with the romantic partner that's within. Turn on your own feminine charms with yourself, right? So like I said, put on some music, take off your shoes, maybe even take off your clothes in front of the mirror and look at yourself naked. See what it feels like to gaze at yourself naked. If you've got issues with that, you should be doing that every single day, because source energy is within you. Every aspect of you, every little dimple is an aspect of source energy. Oh my God, I did say every little dimple is an aspect of source energy. And every little dimple has value, whether it's in a place that we can see the value or not. So this, though, standing naked in front of a mirror, is confronting. It takes you out of your comfort zone, but it does something. It lets down your guard. It lets down the barriers. And guess what happens when your barriers come down? Love can come in. So our romance reading for this week is to really focus on the moon inside of us and to really enjoy spending time with your feminine, sensual self. So I'm going to hop onto the comments and see if anybody wants a reading for romance. And keep in mind, my friends, I'm doing only one reading per person, so make sure you choose your category wisely. But let's see what we have here. All right. Okay, Tammy, you said you're in Aries. What do I see for you? I need some direction. Look, okay, friends, also, please keep in mind that I do private tarot readings. If you want to book a reading with me, just send me a private message through my Facebook page. I'll get you set up with that, okay? All right. Let's see. Thanks, Sheila. Okay, so I'm looking for questions right now about romance. Lisa wants to know about romance for her. Belinda wants to know. Tamara wants to know. And Rana wants to know. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Now, you guys are giving me some really general information. Like, I like to get specific. You really just want me to tell you what's up for you? All right, I'm just going to tell you what's up for you because okay, so the first message that's coming through. Just tell me what's up about romance. Y'all better get specific. Y'all need to know what it is you are aligning with. What do you want for romance? If you want romance, call it in for yourself. You should be posting that in the comments should say, Crystalline, I have this vision of myself as a romantic woman and I'm looking for my romantic partner. Get in there and get yourself in the meat of your own life and your own wishes. If you're too nervous to do that, it's because you need to do some shadow work, right? We need to be talking a little bit more about what's going on the inside. So this first card is coming from Lisa. These are going to be very quick. Lisa, you need to go inside and spend some time meditating on yourself from the inside maybe even that's an amplification of what I've just said, where you're thinking about what it is you want, spending a little bit more time in the inner world, less time on the outer world. Belinda wants to know about romance. Miss Belinda wants to know about romance for Miss Belinda. Okay, so Belinda, for you, it seems like you might have some opportunities for romance, and you just need to kind of decide what it is you want, like what your vision is for romance. And like I said just a moment ago, start calling that in. For you, you're at the point, this is the reading, this is my interpretation, but it seems like you're on the verge of actually having something blossom, and it looks to me like you would do well to kind of take the bull by the horns, not with your partners themselves, not in the outside world. Well, actually, no, I'm taking that back. You might actually need to do a little bit of activity around your romantic prospects. Now is maybe a little bit more of an action time. I just don't believe in taking action without feeling it first. So my advice, feel what it is you desire, get in alignment with your desires, and then do the next logical step as far as action. But let the action come from your intuition, your feeling nature, your sensuality inside. All right? I got Lisa. I got Belinda. Yvonne says, I'm working on manifesting romance. What is something I should do to increase my vibration for love? Thank you. That's a really good question. Yvonne. Okay, Yvonne, increasing her vibration for love. Okay, so Yvonne, you like to analyze the shit out of stuff. So look, now is the time to stop doing so much analysis. If you're gonna analyze relationships or men, you need to do it with roses in your hand. Now, that probably sounds really weird, but like when you are using your mind in relationship, you're seeing difference and separation. I say, if you're going to analyze, do it with roses in your hand, because that's going to soften the nature of your mind. It's going to bring you into the feminine. That's what I'm saying. This is really about moving out of the masculine and into the feminine right now, really using your sensual feeling nature to move forward with romance, to feel your way, to appeal to your senses. It's just what I said earlier with for everyone else. Okay, I've got Tamara. Tamara, I haven't done yours yet, right? So let me take a card for you right now, and then I'm going to do Rana. Tamara. Oh, Tamara, what you got going on what's going on with you, Tamara? Tamara, I want you to type in I'm going to say what's going on with you and romance, and you type in your response. I'm going to move on to Rana, because that don't look so happy, does it? Whenever you see swords, that represents the mind at work. And when you see a whole bunch of swords, that means that's a lot of mind at work. And that's not really positive for, breeding romance, breeding love. It's when you're asking about love and romance and you're getting swords, it means that you're way too in your head. You got to get some balance. You got to get more feminine. You got to get more soft. You got to get more in the mystery of life. You got to get more sexy, but sexy not from the intellectual way, sexy in the body. You got to feel yourself. So type what's up with you, Tamara, and then I'm going to come back. Rana, here's your card, Rana. Ooh, your card came out upside down. Did it? Yep, it did. All right. So, Rana, stop rebelling. Stop rebelling against the structures of love and romance. Stop rebelling. Stop trying to buck the system. Sometimes you got to do things the old-fashioned way. sometimes you have to accept the status quo just so that you can get in there and change your way of bucking the system. You're trying to break the system. That's what's coming in for you. You got to be a little bit more in alignment with the structures, because you're fighting against something that you're not in a position to fight and win. I'm hoping that makes sense to you, but that's what that card means. All right, so I'm going to just hop down here and see what Miss Tamara has given, if Tamara has given me more. Okay, stability. Tamara's looking for stability in a relationship. So, and Tamara, I'm sorry if I'm messing up your name. You could be Tamara. I have a cousin Tamara, but I got a lot of Tamara friends. So, Tamara, that card, this card, I kept it out for you, means that you are really anguished about this question, and what you're doing to yourself is actually more important than what the relationship is doing to you. Like, your approach in your mind is really hard. Like, this thing that's going on in your relationship seems to be keeping you up at night. It's all these thoughts, again, the swords, all these thoughts are making it complicated for you, making life hard for you, making things tough, okay? So that's your reading. This is something that you might want to see me for privately so that you can actually get some concrete answers and we can work through the stuff in a more meaningful way where we can get specific and get clear, okay? All right. I got Tanya there. Hi, Tanya. She says, I'm looking for a person who compliments me, but I keep finding the wrong men. Let's get in here and see what her spirit guide says. Spirit guide says, okay, so okay. So you're going in, it seems, with another one. I'm not doing this on purpose. Swords. Swords, all in the mind. What's up with my girls being in their minds? You realize that you don't think a relationship? Do you not realize that you got to feel? I remember hearing this. You need to think with your head, not with your heart. Fuck that, all right? I just cursed big time, but stop it. You gotta feel your way. Your head does not need to play a role in this. Your heart needs to play a role. When you're making bad decisions about men, it's because you're in your head. You think that your heart is going to make you love somebody that's bad for you? No, it's your head that makes you love somebody that's bad for you because you've overthought that shit and you've made a bad decision based on comfort for your head. Your heart is going to love everybody. It's your head that stops you from loving everybody. So your heart would make you love an ugly man that is so good for you, but your head is saying, oh, but he's ugly. He don't smell right. Now look, I'm not saying that there's no such thing as chemistry. That stuff is important as well as anything is. But the fact is, most of y'all are starting, and I'm saying y'all because I don't do this anymore, but most of y'all are starting with your head in relationship. You got to get your head straight before you can start actually feeling and even knowing what it is you want. Start with opening up this heart. Start with getting this heart to blossom. And start quieting your mind. Start feeling yourself. My God, the moon is saying, feel your way. I'm not doing any more romance readings on this particular call. No more romance readings because the message is very clear. Our ladies are way too much in their heads, thinking about men in the wrong way, and not feeling enough. The first card that came out that was about romance said, you need to feel feel your way. You need to get sensual. You need to blossom. Come out of the broken heart. Blossom out of that. Let your moon be your guide. Let your heart be your guide. That's the message for everyone. So everybody who wants to write a question for me in this comment section, here's your answer. It's the same answer for everybody. We've just proven that with the last 5 cards I've taken. All right? Yes, we say hello and yes to our feminine nature. We're going to actually feel our feelings and we're going to stop resisting our hearts, you know? Let's get clear with our hearts. Our hearts really will guide us. We're looking at money right now. All right? Okay. I got some money. Lots of money questions going to be in there, I'm sure. Lots of money questions. What do we have here? Let's see. For money, we want to first, we're going to tune in a little bit here and get aligned with abundance. We're going to get aligned with abundance. And we're going to get aligned with allowing the flow of abundance and experiencing the materialization of all the money we need to do everything that we want to do when we want to do it. So we have here the Page of Swords, the Page of Swords. Okay, so this is a very good message for us. So what I'm saying, before I took the card, before I turned it over, I said that I want us to align with real abundance, right? That's the question that we're asking. That's the need that wants fulfilling. And I'm choosing these questions, by the way, based on what I'm working with in with my clients in their practices, what the questions are that come to me through email. You know, people are always inquiring about things. And also what I'm experiencing in personal life. So I'm experiencing tremendous abundance from being in alignment with tremendous abundance. So abundance is an expansive attitude, an expansive mindset, an expansive heart, and an expansive body to receive and to put out everything that feels that is within us, right? So the card here, the Page of Swords, again, swords is a mental card. The Page of Swords represents having an attached, a view that is detached. It is having an aloofness and a lack of hunger. So Aquarians are very detached. You can look at us, I'm an Aquarius, and you can look at an Aquarian, and if we're just hanging out, most people think we're really cool, you know, because we hang out. I'm so cool. I am cool, detached, aloof, right? You need this kind of a detached feeling with money when you have been in fear around money. So this is really important, my friends. Very often we get caught up in money. And actually, no, the problem is that we don't get caught up in money. We get caught up in the lack of money. I need this much money to cover this bill. I need this much money to buy these shoes. I need this much money to pay for this class. I need this much money to buy the groceries. I need blah, 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 right? This card is saying to take a more detached view of the situation, to get a little more objective, and to, now this is a good way to use your brain, by the way. You know, when we're dealing with the heart, we don't want to necessarily be detached. Sometimes you do need to get detached. This is not a heart reading. This is a money reading. So the suggestion that's coming from Spirit is to stop worrying so much about the money and to start focusing more on the things that you desire. Using your mind in a way that is helpful to money will be to use your imagination, to come up with some creative ways to earn money, but not for the sake of having money, for the sake of being creative, for the sake of using your mind, because God gave you a mind. Use your mind for mind's sake, just for the fun of it. To have fun writing out your business plan, right? Because there's so many of you that want to start a business, whether it's a coaching business or whether it's a jewelry making business or whether it's a brick and mortar, whatever it is you want to create. I've got a lot of clients that are doing lots of different things, different structures. Their businesses are coming out in different ways. When you love your business, and I'm going into career a little bit here, but when you love your business and you're excited about it, that excitement is the thing that will bring you clients and will bring you money. It's not, oh, how much money do I need to make to open this up? That's not what you should be focusing on. With this particular money reading, we want you focusing more on the joy of creation, the joy of buying the shoes, the joy of investing, the joy of creating, the joy of your business, rather than on the money of your business. We've been a little bit too focused on the money. We need to give that focus a break. We need to give our brains a break. We need to give the universe a break. We need to give all of our friends that are having to listen to us talk about how much money we don't have and how hard it is. We need to give all that a break. So for right now, taking a more detached view of money in the mind and instead focusing that energy on the thing that is going to bring you money, which is your passion, your own energy. So when you raise your vibration, you attract more money, more clients. Although I'm not even going to say more clients, because clients are not your source of money. Your source of money is your energy. You don't ever have to worry about clients. All you have to do is serve your own energy, put out your energy with excellence, with love, with integrity. Clients will flock to you. You don't ever have to worry about money. You nurture your desires and you be in alignment with your desires, not by having money, but by knowing your connection to source energy. When you know that source energy is alive in you through creativity, through your love, through your self-expression, when you know that you are source energy, the money has to follow. It has to. It's natural logic for the universe in which we live. So take advantage of that this week and spend as much time as you can nurturing your desires, nurturing the things that you want, feeding yourself things that feel good, that inspire you. Take a risk. A lot of you are like, I can't afford to not think about money. How are you going to not afford to not think about money? You've got to be able to let go. If you're holding on so tight to your pennies, I can't afford that because I can't let go of this money because then I won't have any more. This right here, you can't let energy flow through this. This is not the way to facilitate the flow of money. The flow has to be able to flow. You got to I was holding on so tight. If this was $100, I just split it. But You gotta let your energy flow. And that's what this card is saying. It's like, take a more detached view. So let me go in and see. Y'all post your questions about money, and let me go in and see what's going on here. All right, I'm going to start taking some questions about money, and I got to find my place because I don't want to stop here. Okay, facial bath. Virginia, you are so crazy. Virginia, you're right. That's exactly what I wanted to say. I'm glad you said it for me. Virginia wrote, "Girl, you know you want to tell us to masturbate." This was back for romance. And yes, I did. That's exactly what I wanted to tell you. But she obviously, y'all got the picture. Okay. Toyna, I'm sorry, we're not just doing general readings, and I've already done love. And Lisa, I think I got you there, right? Okay, relationship-wise, we're done with relationships. Okay, Rana, you're asking about, okay, Rana, I'm going to come back to that in a minute. Actually, Rana, I'm going to come back at the end, and I'm going to go back into that for you because I want to touch on that with you. Okay, Toyna, I got you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Xavier. Okay. You're welcome, Yvonne. Okay. Here we go. Compliments. Okay. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. I'm looking for, here we go. I got Mona here with the first prosperity question. Funding for the amazing healing, wellness, and fun center I am creating, more of a rejoice than a retreat. That sounds really, really fun. Okay, we're going to Mona. Let's see. Okay, so Mona is looking for a reading about prosperity, but she's on the right track here because she's saying she's looking for funding for this amazing healing, wellness, and fun center that I am creating. So she's obviously tuned into the thing. She gets it, right? So we're looking for, okay, let me see what's going to come in here for that. I think I'm tuned into that myself there. Mona, this is your card. Okay. So this is one of the best cards in the tarot deck. Now, of course, it represents death, and we see this skeleton here, but you all probably know very well that this does not represent physical death. It represents the death of the old, tired, deflated, the shit that needs to die, okay? That's what this card is all about. This is not about mournful death. This is about celebratory death. This is like, yes, that shit is gone, right? So Mona, your work is going to be to understand what aspect of yourself needs to die so that you can make space for the powerful businesswoman who has a vision. She's not even a businesswoman. She's an entrepreneur. Don't worry about the business, Mona. Don't worry about the money. You focus on the joy of entrepreneurship. The entrepreneur is not the one running their business. The entrepreneur is the creative that is putting ideas out and allowing the business to be built and run by other people. You can still be present in your business. I'm not saying you're not present. I am saying, though, that you are not going to let yourself get tied down in trying to find the money. Because if you're over here trying to find the money, you are not over here creating your business. You release that money to the universe and let it come to you. You'll be guided, but that's not where you have to put all your focus, right? You put it out to your spiritual guidance team and let them deliver that to you in the form of your next logical step. They'll give you the vision, they'll give you the path. You just have to put it out there, trust, release it to them, and then let them guide you along the way. All right, that's Mona's reading about money. Miss Toyna. Hi, friends. So happy to see y'all here. Okay, Bree says, I've been investing a lot, but I'm still waiting to reap the benefits. Will that be coming soon? I can't keep putting more in if nothing is coming out. So, Bree, that is a question, that is an excellent question. I want you to go back, though, to this card and taking a detached view of the money. Understanding that what your investments, now when you're talking, I'm not sure if you're talking about investments of time, energy, or money. The way I'm reading it, I'm getting that you're investing a lot of money. If you've forgotten why you're investing that money, then you might have some issues. So maybe consider shifting your focus from being about how much money that you're investing, rather make it about what you're investing in. If you're investing in stocks and bonds, you need to look at the companies you're investing in. You want to make sure that those companies are in alignment with your highest values. There are some really good companies in which you can invest that are ethical, that feel good for the environment, that feel good for the community. If you're not investing in those, then and your spirit wants to be in alignment with that, you're not going to necessarily see the money back in the way that you want. But that's an opportunity for you to get clear about who you are as an investor, or who you're giving your money to, who you're supporting, and how you see money as an energetic being. I hope that makes sense. I didn't take a card. I'm going to take a card. Didn't take a card for you. All right, here you go. Boom. 6 of Cups. The card message for you, Bree, is for you to purify your heart. See, the cups represent the hearts. So you want to kind of go back to basics. That's actually what this card is saying. Going back to basics, going back to the things that make you feel good. I hope that makes sense. I think I've already answered this question. I think that makes sense, Bree. Bree, give me a little feedback whenever you can, okay, about that message that I gave you. All right. Mona says, shit that needs to die. Yes, indeed. Hi, everybody. So happy to see y'all here. It's wonderful, friends. Thank you so much for joining me. I love having your energy here. We're going to go ahead and do the next reading now. And I'm sorry, if I'm skipping you, it's not on purpose. The feed doesn't update so quickly, so I kind of miss some things. So I really, really, really apologize. Let me go ahead and do the third card. Our third card is going to be about career. And for career, I don't really, when I'm doing these readings, I don't talk to you about a job, because I don't believe that jobs are real. I believe that we are conscious co-creators with the universe, and jobs are for unconscious co-creators with the universe. So I'm not going to waste anybody's time in doing readings about jobs. Now, if you feel like your job is a conscious co-creation, then you will participate in this, but I'm not going to call it a job. I'm going to call it a vocation, or I'll call it a career. I'll even call it an art, because if you're entrepreneurial and you've created a beautiful business that can thrive without you, then you've created something that's a work of art. And if you are a business person who created a job for yourself, meaning that you're slaving, working for yourself, and you're not even getting paid, your employees are getting paid more than you are, you've created yourself a job. You can talk to me about that, because I know a lot about that stuff. That's part of what I do, part of my coaching, all right? So here we go. We're looking at vocation. It's bringing our energy into service, bringing our energy to a company, to a business, to the marketplace in a way where we are conscious about who we are. We are powerful, we feel powerful, and we want to make powerful moves within a powerful environment that is supportive of us. Maybe there's not some support, maybe there might be some tension, there might be some conflict, but that doesn't mean that we're not powerful and that we aren't co-creating in a powerful way consciously. All right, so just setting up the context of this question and now moving into our reading. The King of Rods. This is perfect. Oh my God. That's the perfect guide for this, because the King of Rods is the master of business. This is the leader of business and career. So everything I just said, this guy is coming in and affirming affirmation. So the King of Wands energy, he's a tremendous leader. And I'm saying he. This can be a she, eh? It's not about the gender. But it's the King of Rods, or the King of Wands. And he represents running his world like a business person. He loves to play. He loves his work. He's passionate about his work. He's passionate about his creations. He's confident in his creations. He's a master of what he does. People love him. They love working for him. The power of his personality is so strong. People love supporting this guy. This is why he's the perfect response to the question of, hey, what are we going to do with our career? What does the universe have in store for us? For those of us who are conscious co-creators with the universe is saying, yes, you need to keep doing what you're doing. And if you're not a conscious co-creator, you need to get on this train, because this is the train that is looking forward. He's looking forward. He's got his eyes on his activity. He's got his eyes on the vision. He's a vision holder, and he's moving toward it, and he trusts that everything is going to fall in line. He's not in there slaving over a detail. He's not in there doing the hammering. He's not in there hammering in the nails. He's not the worker. He's the leader. And the leadership starts within yourself. So if you're somebody who's working for someone else, leadership starts within yourself, just like romance starts within yourself, just like money starts within yourself. So this week for career, the reading is to find your alignment with what you desire inside, create the vision for it, and then hold on to that vision for it, and then command the universe to bring it forth. So what that means in smaller action steps is to think about what it is you want to create for yourself. What is it that you want as far as your career is concerned? Now, I'm going to use my retreat to Paris as an example. So what I desire is to bring 12 women to Paris for us to have communion, fun, and a shift in our being. I want transformation for 13 of us, because I'm the 13th. I want transformation for 13 women over this retreat. I want us to have fun. We're in Paris, France, by the way, not Paris, Texas, and not Paris, California. We're in Paris, France. And let me tell you something. This is an awesome city. I'm already in the vision of my Bonjour Paris retreat. I said, I want to go to Paris. I'm going to start laying the pathway. I'm going to start organizing everything. I'm going to be in Paris while I do it. And that's where I am. Boom! That's me, King of Wands, and I'm very excited about it. This excitement comes from me visualizing what I want. It comes from me writing out my vision and really getting clear about how I want it to unfold. I'm visualizing every day who's on the trip. I'm visualizing how I want them to experience the work that I'm bringing to them. I have my curriculum that's being written out in a very cool way. It's getting put online. I've got the vision for that in my head. It's a lot of work to get that vision, by the way. This is not easy. This requires dedication to a vision. This man is a visionary. I'm a visionary. The universe is saying that this week is the week for you to be a visionary. This is the week for you to get clear about what it is you want and to say yes to the universe. To not, wherever you have resistance, you are to stop that resistance any way you can and turn that resistance into a yes. I always say you stop resistance by doing shadow work. Fine, do your shadow work. And then turn on the yes, say yes, and focus on your vision. Then you write down your action steps of what it is you need to make your vision clear. You write it out, make out a plan. And then what do? Boom, you take steps. Little baby steps or big steps. You listen to what your intuition is telling you to do, and then you just follow through. Boom, boom. One step leads to the other. And where you have resistance or fear or doubt, that's when you do your shadow work. Or you call up Crystalline and you say, Crystalline, I need some help. I'm having doubt. And then we do something to help you, right? Because that's what I do. All right, so if you have a question about career or business or vocation, or even if you have a question about your job because you're trying to get onto this visionary train, boom. If you want to get on the visionary train and you're not quite sure how to do it, post your question in the comments section and I will tune in and get some information for you. All right, let's see. I'm checking in. Hopefully I'm getting a real update here. So, Bree, I see your question here about the investing, your response about the investing. Stop worrying about the money. Start focusing on your love of it, the thing that excites you about it, okay? Hey, Gary, long time no see. He says, I continue to do my work as a mentor. Some people get what I'm doing. When does my ship arrive? When does my ship arrive? Gary? That sounds very, that sounds a little bit on the weak side, my friend. That sounds disempowered. We gotta turn that around. Let's see what we can do to turn that around here. So Gary, for you, you need to remember that life is alchemy, okay? Life is alchemy. You've got to bring opposing forces together. And you've got to harmonize those two forces to create something of value, to create that ship. The thing is, you have to be in full awareness of what those two opposing forces are. For me, I call it light and shadow. Light is the creative work. The shadow is the resistance work, right? So we've got this expansion of light, like creativity. I want to have clients. I want to do this. I want to teach. I want to create, this bomb business, right? This bomb mentor business. That's the light. That's the creativity. The shadow is, but I'm afraid, or I don't have the resources, or nobody's coming to me, or I haven't written the book, or whatever the resistance are. You got to balance those two, but you have to balance those two from a place of knowing. There is no alchemist in this world that is not aligned with source energy and Mother Earth. You cannot be an alchemist if you are out of line with source or earth. An alchemist is absolutely aligned with source, which means I trust source. I know this shit. I know this is real. I'm going to sit here and hold space for it. And I'm going to hold the vision, right? I'm going to hold the vision. The shadow, being aligned with earth, means I'm going to give birth to my vision, and I'm going to allow my vision to be birthed in the material world. So sometimes you can't give birth. You have to allow birth. You can't force birth. You can never force birth. You can't force the baby out. You have to work with the mother uterus contractions, and the baby has to work also with the flow of moving forward, the expansion of that consciousness that brings it forth into the earth. So those things have to harmonize and resonate. So you, Gary, as the potential alchemist, the way you've written this comment, it shows me that you are not in alignment with your source energy. You might have a strong belief in God, but there are places where you are out of integrity with your God self. And that needs to be corrected in order for you to get your ship to come in. All right? So you got more work to do. All right. Jen is asking, is she finally on the right career path? Jen, you're on a very good career path. I'm not going to say that this is the absolute beat-all, end-all career for you, but this is going to give you a lot of pleasure. There's a lot of sweetness that's involved in the career that you've chosen, this path that you're walking. There's a lot of sweetness there. But I would say you still have some maturing and growth to do, but I think this feels good for you for right now. All right. Amy says it's what I need to hear. Good, okay. Spiritual awakening. Miss Sherry says she's in Paris, California. I love that. Awesome. You know what? See, that's showing how connected we are, Miss Sherry. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, friends. So it looks like, Bree, I think you've gotten it. You understand what's up. You know what you need to do. Hey, Christelle. Hi, Amy. I hope you all are still on. You guys might not be on because I can't tell when these came in. All right, I'm just double checking to see if I've skipped anything, and now I'm going to be going into health. Oh, Jeanette says, I need a sense of direction in my life. So, Jeanette, we're getting ready to read for health. Please get more specific about how I can answer your question around health, please. Otherwise, I'll come back at the very, very end and touch on it at that point, okay? Hey, who said I'm on? Amy said I'm on. Hey, Amy! Oh, Christina's asking if she should stick with her current position or move to another position. Let me get that before I move into health here from Miss Christine. Christine, you, okay, there are a couple things that are coming in. You would do, I feel like you're a little stuck. Yeah, Christine, I would say that you're a little stuck. I don't know if you can move into another position just yet. I just feel like you might be a little bit stuck in an old way of doing things. Even though it's an okay way, like it feels like it's okay, but I'm just not sure that this is, I feel like you're a little bit stuck. That's the reading I'm getting for you, right? Okay, Miss Tondi is here. Hi, Tondi. Okay, got you, Jen. Got you. Okay, so Janine, I'm going to do the general reading first. Thank you so much for posting your health question. I'm going to do the reading first, and then I'm going to come back to your question. I'm going to do the general reading. So, for health, okay, so tuning in here, wanting to, everyone wants good health. Everyone wants to feel good in their body. Okay, that's the energy that's coming in. Let's see what our response is here. Ace of Cups, that's a very good, very, very good card. Yes. So, that's fun. Yeah, very fun. I'm going to put on my glasses so I can see the cards a little bit better. Yes, that helps actually. So this card, okay, so the message is that there are lots of peaks and valleys for us. And right now, we're at a peak. So this is a very good time to focus on good health and what that means for you. Now, you are a spiritual being in a physical body. What that means is your physical body is a reflection or a roadmap of your emotional and spiritual well-being. So somebody said to me today, oh yeah, you glow, right? You glow, you radiate. So that is not that, it's not that I am not sad or I'm always happy. That's not the glow. The glow is the allowance of the sad and the allowance of the happy. So as you are moving forth this week, look at yourself as an energetic being. Look at your emotions. Are you having emotions and feelings that are stuck in your body? Or do you have blockages in your body where you aren't feeling your emotions? Because on any given day, at any given moment, you have a whole world of emotions flowing through you, a full spectrum. At any given moment, you can tune into any part of your body and you can experience joy or sadness or exaltation. You can experience tragedy. You can experience everything just within your body. Most of y'all, and I'm going to say y'all because I'm not putting myself in that. I'm not claiming it anymore. I'm taking the time to listen to myself and spend time feeling my emotions in my body. But most of y'all are not doing that. Most of y'all, if you're thinking your emotions, you're thinking your emotions. You're not feeling them. Most of y'all are not willing to get still so that you can feel how you actually feel. You're ignoring most of your emotions. Your emotions are your instinct and your intuition. You want to know whether you should move into a job or stay on the current job. You want to know if you're with the right man. You want to know how to make money. Listen to your body. Your body will tell you everything you need to know. So your health is your expression, your outward expression of what's going on with you emotionally. When you're carrying extra weight, it's blockage. You know, there's a separation of your emotions, your conscious awareness. There's a separation of your conscious awareness and your emotional state. So if you're carrying extra pounds and you can't get them off, that's a representation of where you've got stuck emotions that you're unwilling to look at. There are places where you're unwilling to get out of your comfort zone. That's emotional blockage. It's not about the food. It's much more about your emotional awareness and your emotional well-being. All right? When you are experiencing sickness, it's the same thing. I know I've got a lot of people who will want to debate me on this, but your body is an extension of yourself, your inner awareness, your inner self. If there is something going on in your body that you don't like, there's something going on in your emotional self that you don't like. Before you go cutting stuff off of yourself, you go in and you do your shadow work inside. You go in and you spend some time in silence, feeling your feelings, and then you go and see your medical doctor, and then let them do what they need to do. But let them re-diagnose you after you do your work on the inside. Don't just be going in there blind. Just saying. Just saying, I've witnessed some shit. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't go to a doctor. Not saying that at all. You need to go to the doctor. But before you go to the doctor, you go to the doctor inside. You go to Dr. You go to Dr. God, Goddess, source of all. You go to that doctor first, and then go see your medical doctor. That's the way. All right. Let's see. We are looking at health, and I'm taking questions. And I know Janine had a question. Michael and I are pregnant. Congratulations. Congratulations, Janine. Congratulations. And Michael, congratulations. You want some confirmation that everything will go smoothly. She has so much anxiety about so much of it. Wow, that is so wonderful, and I am so happy for you. This is very, very, very cool, very exciting. Wow, yes, wonderful. So, I love this card. Okay, I love this card for this. I'm going to show you why. Oh, come on. How do I do it? Okay, I'm going to show you why I love this card. When you look at this card from this perspective, you might think, whatever. But when you look at the card from this other perspective, you're going to be like, oh yeah, this totally is such a great response. And I'm pulling up that card right now on my iPhone because it's going to kind of answer the question for you, Janine. Like, I probably won't even have to say a word. Well, I probably will have to say a word. I'll read it, don't worry. Let's see, explore cards. We want the coins. We want the page. Here she is, the princess. Whoops. No, how do I go back? Here we go. This is who we want. So this is the card. Oh, please, yeah, show it. So this is the card, and this is why I love this card for you in this reading. There's a little girl holding something at her belly, right? Now, this little girl is kind of pregnant. Now, she's not pregnant. It's not like a little girl who's pregnant with a baby inside, but it's a little girl who's pregnant with an idea. She is looking at this little, this coin, and this coin is her creation that wants to come forth into the world. That's why it's a great reading for you, Janine. And so you want affirmation? You got affirmation. This is, yes, good health, good idea, good move, good job. Yes, yes, yes. This is super affirmative. You don't have to worry about anything. That's your reading. Boom. Yes. Congratulations, my friend. I love it. All right. I'm looking for questions about health. A way to apply. I'm looking at Amy Scott here. Body of knowledge. Something involving technology, education, and entrepreneurial. That sounds great, Amy. Amy Scott, this is your reading, right? This is you. So you need to visualize. And look, anybody who is opening a business, if you want me to take you through business coaching from that spiritual, internal, inner wisdom perspective, I'm very good at that. That is how I've built all of my businesses, and they are really, really just thriving. And the thing is, not only are they thriving, but they're overwhelmingly fun. This is the thing that is most exciting for me, like having a business is actually fun. It's creative, it's sexy, it's stimulating, it feels amazing. It's creative, you can work with, I don't know, I just love it. So Amy, the answer for you, just focus on this. Focus on being the visionary and say yes to it. Don't question it. Just say yes and then build from there. Don't start with should I, can I? No, just visualize it and just say yes. Say yes. Okay? All right. Amy says, yes, it is. Janine says, thank you. All right. So that's the 4 cards. Those are the questions. I'm going to go through And I am going to go through and make sure that I got all the questions, and then I'm going to start signing off, okay? So it looks like what to do online. What does that mean, Johan? I'm not sure what that means. What to do online. Can you give me a little bit more than that? I don't like to work very hard. I don't like to try to be a mind reader. I'm not like the great whatever, Calypso, or whatever the dude's name is, Great Karnak, let me read your mind. No, give me a little bit more than what to do online. I don't even talk to myself like that. Why would I accept a question like that from somebody? I would never accept a question like that from myself, Like something so big. Take responsibility for what you want and put that out there for me. All right, Tanya is saying, Crystalline, I'm stopping by for a minute. I'm in Texas, right? Tandy. All right, Christine, I can't even remember what we were talking about, so I'm sorry. I'm working backwards now. All right, Jen says she's branching off into something, but not leaving current career. We got that, yep. So, Jen, I think you're doing just fine. And Christine, okay, I see, that was lots of drawbacks and benefits. If you want a private session, then book in with me, okay? Gary says he got it. Sherry's there in Paris. Toyna says, I was just thinking I need to do a spiritual awakening for myself. Now is the time, girl. Seriously, this super moon in Aries, I'm getting ready. The night is falling here in Paris, and I'm getting ready to take myself out for a walk. I'm going to go looking for the moon because we have a relatively clear sky tonight. Not totally clear. It was clear today, though. It was hot. We had the windows open. Really hot. Okay, Bree says she was caught up in the money more than the business. And why starting? Bree, if you can get yourself excited about something, the money will start up again, and the clients will start up again. But you got to get excited, but you have to get excited for the sake of the idea, not for the sake of the money or the sake of the clients. You have to be excited and passionate. The universe is totally going to respond to your passion for whatever it is that you are doing, right? And then you work on your own doubt from there. Okay, it looks like I've gotten everybody. I think I've done it. Okay, my friends, thank you so much. Oh, wait, no, Miss Johnette. I meant to take a card for you earlier because your question wasn't in alignment with anything, so I'm going to just throw one out here for you. This is from Miss Johnette Frank. Boom. Ooh, okay, so Johnette, same response as Gary. You need to check with what you're aligned. You need to be aligned with source energy before anything. Source energy is 100% trustworthy. You are a being of source. You can call that God, goddess, I don't care what you call it. When we mean the life force energy, that is what you are coming from. Therefore, you have the ability to create whatever it is you desire. The only limit is what you impose on it. You impose limits by doubt, fear, worry, and mistrust. Where those things are, that's where you will be blocked. This card says you need to balance out those blockages with your creative self. Your creative self wants to move forward. It has in it what it wants to do. It knows. You may not know, but the only reason you don't know is because you have doubt, fear, or worry. What did I say? Fear, doubt, mistrust, or something else. You know what I'm talking about. Resistance, right? So that is your answer. You just have to make sure that you get in alignment with Source and that you do whatever to get in alignment with Source, and the rest will flow. That's sounds like a really general answer, but it's not really that general. It's very serious. You know, whether you want romance, money, career, or good health, you gotta get aligned with source. Source energy, by the way, is full spectrum energy. Source energy is not just about feeling good. It's not just joy, ecstasy, happiness. Source energy is also sadness, grief, desolation, loneliness. All that is source. The issue is whether you're allowing those or whether you're resisting them. That's whether you're allowing source or resisting source. So when you feel that grief is so strong in you, that's not you being out of alignment with source. That's you being source with an opportunity to experience grief. It's when you try to shove down that grief and say, I don't feel that grief, I don't feel that, I'm not sad right now. That's when you are out of alignment with source, and you're out of alignment with Mother Earth. You notice how Mother Earth is both beautiful and destructive? Do we say that only the beautiful things in Mother Earth are worthy and the ugly things are not? Some people do. But those are the people that want to keep that old way of trying to deny that we have any shadow energy. That's not serving anybody, and that's fucking up the earth. When you allow Mother Nature to thrive in all her full spectrum, she thrives. She knows what to do. You don't have to do anything to help her because she will bring herself back to balance. You have to do the same thing, and this is not just for Jeanette. It's for everyone. You have to align yourself with your inner emotional self, allow it to flow and allow yourself to be whole, and then you get to enjoy the full spectrum of a being. A being on earth. Alright, friends, I'm done. I'm going to just go back on because I know somebody just hopped on. Amber just hopped on. She says, anything for me? Oh, no, that's not. Oh, Amber. Okay, Amber, taking a card for you. I just saw that. I'm here in the middle and I just saw it. All right. Hi, Nina. Wait, are you guys just hopping on? I'm so confused. Okay, Amber. Oh, you know what? I didn't realize. Amber, I'm reading for you. I don't know if you're still on, but I'm taking a card for you. It's hard for me to read on this thing. It's not really all that clear. I should probably have it on a different setup. But anyway, boom. Amber, your message is to go. God, we've been having these repeating cards. This is the second card that came out. Second time this card has come out. This is about you going in and finding that sense of comfort from your past, going in and working with your inner child. I know that there's a bun in the oven, so and a lot of pregnancy. Oh my God, I've got a lot of pregnancy. I love it. I love it. Yes, I say yes. But going in and spending time with your inner child, which means you go back to that part of you that is young, tender, and innocent, and you love yourself. You shower yourself with love and affection and care and nurturing. That's the message for you. All right, I saw you there, Mina. I know I'm a little bit late. Okay, I think I got everybody now. I think I've gotten everybody. I think I have. Okay, I did it. I've done it. Gloria, hey. Okay, wait, Rebecca, you're still there. Okay, I'm just now getting this reading, or question. I've been teetering between staying in a city that I can't afford on my own and searching for another city that I can't afford by myself. Is there a card for that? Okay, I can't afford on my own. A city that I can't afford on. Okay, so this idea of something there being something that you can't afford is totally from that place of disempowerment, right? I can't. So, Rebecca, your shift is going to be to your shift has got to be into first visualizing what you can do, right? Now, you can do anything. You need to decide what you want, and then you need to tell the universe yes. You have to say yes to the universe. You can't waffle. You cannot waffle, okay? You have got to, you have to say yes, and you have to mean it, and you have to follow through. You'll have it if you follow through. You got to stay in there, though. And remember that when it feels like things are going wrong, you gotta work through that, because on the other side of that is things going right. Okay? So you gotta have faith. That's your reading. I don't need a card for that. No, there's no card for that. You don't need a card for that, because I just told you what I mean that sincerely. Okay? All right, now I think I've gotten everybody. Oh, last minute guidance on family matters for Jess. Okay, Jessica. Here we go. Boop, boop. Jessica. Boom. All right, so this card is saying to go forth with an open heart and a open mind, and to go forward feeling I love this card. This is one of my favorite cards, because this is the universe saying, trust me, I got you. Go on, just go, right? This card, you know that song by R. Kelly, I Believe I Can Fly? That's this card. This is like, like taking that running leap off the edge and then just soaring. That's what this card is. So for that would be your message, regarding family. You got to see your family differently. You can't look at your family through the old eyes. You need to see them through the eyes of Source, and Source sees them as new every single day. Doesn't matter how often they've done the exact same pattern. Source doesn't ever see them as that way. Source does not see them as stuck. Source does not see you ever as stuck, even when you feel stuck. Source doesn't ever see you that way. So any last minute suggestions about family? See them as new through the eyes of God. God is source of all. All right, my friends, I'm signing off. How long have we been on this call? We've been on this call for 90 minutes, because that's how we roll. We got it down from 2 hours, and we were effective too. We got a lot done this time. All right, my friends, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I'm saying goodbye to my lovelies. Oh, Gloria, you have a question? I see Bonnie on there. Bonnie and Rhonda. Oh man, Leah. Oh man. Wait, are you all still on? Okay, maybe you all are signed off. Okay, because I've been saying I'm going to end this call for the last 10 minutes, huh? Okay, so it's time for me to end. So thanks for joining me, friends, and I'm sending you big kisses from Paris, France. I gotta get myself outside. I'm taking myself out to dinner tonight. All right. Talk to you later, friends. Thanks for joining. Bye. Bye, friends.